Hi, everybody. It is Cynthia here of Biz Coach C, and we are live today with our seventh AI Accelerator training, which I could not be more excited to be presenting to you guys. Oh, wait, it's not me presenting. It is Captain on the Bridge. She is Maribel Sanabria, CEO of Graphically Yours. She is an AI marketing expert in time management, and dear colleague and friend of mine who, like I said, is in this thing to win it. So she planned out when we started really talking at the really it was before 2025. Wasn't it, Maribel? Was
Yeah, it
last
was
year.
last year. Yeah.
We started this series last year and really trying to figure out a way that we could give back to the Six Secrets Facebook group. And with Maribel's expertise, she developed this year-long accelerator training for you guys to invest in. So we know what the future of AI is kind of looking like for us, but we cannot begin to fathom its true potential. I think it's kind of exponential in growth, but she is preparing us to take this walk that she is already on herself and has already gleaned clients from herself, gotten experience, gotten feedback, and is perfecting her journey. And while she's doing that, she's teaching us the basics along the way. Now, having said that, for the first 6 trainings in this series, you guys have gotten free materials, free resources, free everything from Maribel, from myself, but she has really been pouring out of herself. But now comes the time when it's time for you to get more serious about your AI journey and how you can use it to improve your business processes, to improve your operations, to generate more revenue, to create more time and space in your business, all of the things. So she is going to be offering something at the end of today's training. There's a toolkit that she's put together, and she's not just put this together. This is from her expertise, from her experience, and she has built a toolkit to help you do some things that you would really be able to put into your business, implement it practically, and generate revenue from it at the end of today's training. So you've got to stay to the end so you can see what it is, because you definitely want to take advantage of it. It's being offered here first. So think of this as something super exclusive. She has not presented this to anyone before. So you guys will be the first time taking a look at this and have an ability to get access to it before anybody else. And that is super, super meaningful for somebody who is generating what she is from what she does and the impact that she is making on a larger scale. So without further ado, I'm going to be like the amen corner in the background and throwing in some coaching tidbits here and there. But our captain leading today's training, Miss Maribel Sanabria, you have the reins, my dear. And welcome back for the 7th training. And thank you so much.
Of course, Cynthia, this has been great. I love being here with you guys, and I appreciate all of you for showing up today for our 7th edition of this series. Super excited that you made it here, okay? Today's session, it may sound familiar. It may sound like something that we've done before, but I've touched on some tools in the past that you can use to help scale your business. Today, we're really going to focus on specific strategies for growth, right? Without adding more to your plate. Because who needs to add more stuff to their day? We don't. We're busy business owners. We've got
Nobody.
all these things that we're trying to juggle in the air, and we don't need another one, right? So if you're juggling clients, you got all this content you got to deal with, you've got all the administrative tasks you got going on in the background, and you're trying to figure out how to grow, whether you're a startup and you're just beginning, or you're in the middle of your journey, or even if you've hit your ceiling, okay, this training's going to be for you. So tell me, what brought you here? What is your biggest scaling struggle right now? I want you to drop that into the chat for me. Okay, and we're going to get started. So let's talk about what's really holding you back. When it comes to growth, I don't care, like I said, where you're at in your business, there are usually a few things that kind of keep us stuck. Okay, time constraints is definitely one, especially when you are a solopreneur. You really don't have a whole lot of free time to be able to deal with your growth demands because you are literally trying to do everything by yourself, right? Something else that we usually deal with, outdated systems. When you have to manually process all the things that you deal with in your business, especially administratively, that takes up so much of your time, right? And it doesn't help you scale. Okay, it keeps you stuck, as a matter of fact. Something else, burnout, because yeah, it's exhausting. Being an entrepreneur is tiring, right? Being an entrepreneur isn't for everyone. So you have to learn how to create systems, manage your time, deal with people, your employees or vendors or things like that in a way that is going to streamline your day and produce the outcome that you really want, which is that growth. Okay. Grinding is not the answer. Okay. Culture tells us grind, right? Hustle harder, right? Put more effort and more time into this, and it'll pay off in dividends. To some extent, that is true. Time is needed, hustle is needed, but it's not the end all be all of all of this. Okay? People need to understand, you need to understand that you are a unique individual. And what works for you may not work for me, and what works for me may not work for you. Okay, so you have to figure out what systems work specifically for you, where you're at in your business with the resources that you have at your disposal in order for you to be successful. Okay, those systems are what is going to propel you forward. Okay, if you're feeling that burnout, it's because you're missing something. You're missing a strategy, you're missing a tool, you're missing a process that could simplify something for you and allow you to breathe and actually work in your business, not work on your business, excuse me, and not in it. Okay. Something that really helped me truly understand this was when I began learning about AI a few years ago. Okay. For me, I'm a techie. I'll tell you that right off the bat. I love technology. I've been that way since I was a kid. My dad got me involved with that years and years ago. So I've always been one that likes to explore new tech and things like that. But when AI came out, for me, it wasn't about the tech, right? Really, truly, it was about getting my time, my clarity, my peace back. I knew that I could use these tools as basic extensions of me as a person, and I could duplicate my workforce with like literally a few clicks of a button. That to me, like, was amazing. Like, it took so much pressure off of my shoulders as a CEO and someone who was starting her business officially several years ago. Like, I didn't know where to turn. I didn't know what the right thing was to do. There was all this noise happening in the background of people telling me, hey, you should do this. You should go here. You should check this resource out. Go ahead and pay $10,000 for this thing. Invest all of your savings over here. And I didn't know who to turn to, right? Then discovered AI, and wow, it was like, it's going to sound funny, but it was like the clouds like just parted and the clear sky was like open, and it's like
not you having a revelation.
I'm telling you, like, it was just like, oh my gosh, really? Like, I could use
it. Make you feel like that, though. It really does make you feel like that. It's real.
Yeah, and it was just like so amazing to me to be like, this is exactly what I need, right? And I want you guys to feel that. I want you guys to look at AI and go, this is the missing link. This is what I need to be able to move forward in my business, no matter where you're at. Okay. And to do what I want to do, what I envision for my life, right? Because owning a business for me, right? It's not just about showing my kids what I can do, right? Because I want them to be proud of me, of course, and I want to be the model for them. So it's not just about that, right? It's about having the freedom to do what I want when I want. Okay. Like, I want to be a digital nomad. Like, that's the ultimate goal for me. Okay. Where I can grab my laptop and a good Wi-Fi connection, and I can travel the world, and I can run my business from wherever. Okay. Cynthia and I joke, but we're going to Bora Bora. So
it's not a joke anymore. Like, I'm talking to travel agents at this point. Yeah.
Listen. Make that goal for yourself. Like, you may not want to be a digital nomad, but what is your goal, right? Like, what's your bag, your big, audacious goal? What is it? Okay. Think about that, and think about the things that you need to get there, right? And how AI can play a role in that. That's where I want you to go. Okay. And that's what I'm going to show you today. Okay. So we're going to start by busting a few myths. Okay.
Well, wait a minute. I was learning stuff already. You said, let's get started. And I was learning. I thought we started already.
Well, All
right, I'm sorry. I'm gonna start. Okay.
That was like my little pep talk.
I felt good with that.
Love it. I love it. So AI is not what you think, right? It's not too complex. even though I'm gonna be real, there are some things that are, right? When you get into coding and things like that, they can be a little bit complicated. But the things that I want to teach you are very simplistic, and I want you to know that you can take care of it. You can handle it, okay? They're not inhuman interactions, okay? And it doesn't cost an arm and a leg to implement, okay? What's real here with AI is that it enhances the human touch, okay? It scales your impact, and it
Yeah.
shifts you from burnout to flow. You don't need to be tech savvy to implement AI, okay? It's not
Mm,
going to replace you. I promise you, AI is not going to replace you. I don't care what you read in the papers or on the internet. AI can't function without a human behind it, okay? So I want you to think about AI as an extension of you. Okay, it is going to be like your right hand man. You don't need a huge team or a massive budget either. Okay, ChatGPT's basic plan is $20. I mean, who can't give up a couple
period.
of who can't give up a couple of lattes, right, just to pay for ChatGPT? And to be honest with you, you can use a lot of its features to its max capacity on its free plan. So if you're
Wow.
smart about it, and I'm gonna give you a little this, look, little trick, okay? I don't know about you, but I have several Google accounts. You can literally sign up for ChatGPT with each of those Google accounts
No,
and have
you
access.
didn't. No, you didn't. Just give them real life because that's what we do in real life.
I mean,
I know y'all have more than one Gmail account. We know you have more than one.
So if you sign up for several of them using each of your accounts, you can use the data limit for each of them. And yeah, anyways. So,
Cheat code, life cheat code.
okay.
Come on. Come on. Yes,
So if
ma'am.
you're really strapped for cash and you want to go that route, I mean, you can. But seriously, though, like, who can't give up $20? Like, you
Yeah,
can. You can
serious.
find
And
something that you can let go of for that.
it is a
Okay.
couple of lattes. A latte at Starbucks is $6 right now.
Hello. Okay. I want you to think of AI as a set of tools, simple set of tools too. All right. It's going to help you automate what drains you so that you can focus on what drives you. Okay. It's a way to personalize, scale, and simplify at the same time, right? Multitasking is a misnomer. As human beings, we cannot multitask. Our brains are not built that way. Okay. We have to put our full attention to one task, and then it switches to the next task. Okay. So when you think you're multitasking and doing a bunch of things at once, you are actually giving half of yourself or half energy to those tasks and not doing them at the level that you should be. Okay. So that's a detriment to you as a business owner because you're not putting your full attention to said task. Now, when you introduce AI, okay, multitasking no longer becomes a misnomer because you can tell AI to do 3 or 4 tasks for you over here while
It's
you
a
focus on
machine and it
one.
can actually do it.
That's right. It can. Okay. It's literally like having multiple brains available to tackle all these tasks for you while you focus on the main one. And the main one should be your client facing tasks. Okay. Please do not use AI for anything that's client facing. Like when it comes to closing a deal, when it comes to conversing with them about your products and services, when it comes to getting to know somebody, like those types of things shouldn't be done through an AI voice. Now, I've
No.
talked to you in the past about bots, right, on your website. That's not the same thing. The bots on your website are used to answer like frequently asked questions for your website, to help somebody navigate your website, to help somebody to connect to you,
Yep.
right?
Speak on it.
So at that point, when they're done asking the questions to the chatbot on your website, ultimately it should connect to you to drive the sale. Unless you have like products and things listed on your website that are easy, that you have recurring clients come to, but someone that's brand new to your site usually has questions and they want to ask. So they
Right.
need to be able to connect to you, the human. Okay. That's
Yep.
what's important. You've got
You
to learn the
gotta have
difference
human
there.
touch points.
You have to.
You
You have
gotta
to
have it.
because people buy from people. They don't buy from machines.
Yep.
So again, unless you are a huge brand that everybody knows, like Starbucks, Nike, all those things, right? You're not there yet. The operative word being yet, because I believe for all of you guys that you will
Yeah.
get there. Okay. But you're not there yet. Okay. So as a smaller business, you need to be able to have that human touch. Okay. But no, in order to have that human touch, you've got to be able to let go of all those other tasks that you have
Yes.
on your plate. And that's where AI comes into play. Okay. So let's talk about the first strategy I got. Okay. The first strategy I'm going to teach you is scalable content marketing. Okay. This is where, if you are not taking notes yet, you really should. Okay. So the first thing I've already talked to you about, ChatGPT. Okay. You need to master chat. If you do not understand how to utilize ChatGPT the right way, it is not doing what it can for you. Okay. There are so many things that ChatGPT can do for you other than answer a simple question. And if you need some support in terms of how to utilize it or what its advanced features are and things like that, you have my contact information. Please reach out to me. I'll be more than happy to take you through like a tutorial. Okay. It's one of those things where it's like a non-negotiable. You really need it. You need it. Okay. There are other, large language models like Perplexity, Claude, there's Grok, there's Manus, there's all these, there's so many of them out there right now. But let's keep it simple. Okay. And let's start with chat. Okay. So that is your content idea generator, right? So we're going to keep it, like I said, simplistic. Let's start with generating content ideas and drafts. So something you can do is you can ask ChatGPT, hey chat, I am so-and-so that runs let's just say I run a perfume making business. I'm just throwing that out there, right? I have a perfume making business and I have a total of 20 products that I want to sell. And then you list them all, right? You list the name of your products, right? You list the price points of your products and you list the goal that you want to achieve. Say, I want to be able to generate $10,000 in sales by the end of first quarter or something like that. Right? That's conservative. I'm just, throwing it out there. All right. Can you please come up with content ideas that will engage my target audience and then you insert your target audience, that will cause me to draw traffic to my website where they can then purchase, my products. Then it'll spit out whatever content ideas you want. If it only gives you 10, you can ask it for more by simply say continue and it'll give you more ideas. And then if you like the ones that are shown, then you can ask it to draft up social media posts, depending on what you're doing, right? So if you're like a TikToker and you actually record content and things like that with your products, you can ask it to create scripts for you for your videos. If you like doing reels and things like that, you can ask it to create reels for you. You can ask it to create carousels for you. You can ask it to create all kinds of content for LinkedIn, Facebook, so on and so forth. And it'll generate for you. It'll create the drafts for you. Okay. And ChatGPT is pretty amazing because now it has a fully integrated, and this is on the paid plan. This is why I said you got to pay your $20. It's got the fully integrated image creator.
Oh, I love it.
So now you could even have it create images for your reels, for your carousels that go with your product, which I think is really great. So it's like an all-in-one kind of thing. And it does so much more than that. So when you get advanced and you want to program your own bot to be able to, a custom GPT, to be able to know your business inside and out. It's called an organizational GPT. It's something that I built for my business so that it knows my business inside and out and it can help me inside of my business, right? It's something that once you learn how to do that part, that's going to take you to a whole nother level. Okay. So that's chat. The next thing, Canva. Okay. You can get on Canva's free plan and you can generate visual content. Okay. With AI's assistance, which is really cool. So they just upped their game because they just had their conference not that long ago.
Yes, they did.
They released their brand new AI generated visuals. Oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh.
Let me tell you something. Listen, I have a degree in graphic design and I love my Adobe suite. So, Adobe Illustrator, Photoshop, and I know how to make those things by hand. I can do that.
Right.
But I'm going to tell you right now, and this is coming from a graphic designer here.
I am telling you right now.
I would rather go into one of these tools and generate the image that I want using them than spend hours hand creating that myself.
Period. I mean, who wouldn't? Who wouldn't? Seriously.
Listen. And I love art. Like, I'm the art. Like, if you can see my house is decorated with my paintings. I have paintings all over my house. So I paint, I draw, I do all that fun stuff.
Mhm.
And I can do it on online too. I can digitally create. But,
Wow.
those things take me hours.
Yeah.
And as a business owner, I don't have time for that anymore.
Right.
I don't have time to sit
Better say
and
that.
hand create these things. So guess what? Do I use those tools? You best believe
Yes,
I
I
do.
do. Yes,
You
I
best
do.
believe I do. But now let me tell you something else. You got to learn how to prompt it right. Because if you don't
Yes,
prompt it right, you're not going to get the image that you want.
you will
So that's the
not.
other part. Okay.
You will not get it right. Yeah.
You won't. You got to learn how to do that correctly. Okay. And it's a skill. It is a skill. You have to have certain target words in there, right? You have to have a certain flow to your prompt. You have to include specific things so that it knows exactly what to put out there. And you
Yep.
have to know how to edit those images as well, because you got to be able to do that at some times. So I can do all that stuff. So again, if this is something that you want a training on, let me know. I might be able to do a separate training on how to use these systems individually
Mhm.
and give
Y'all
them.
better speak up.
Okay, so if that's something you want, let me know.
Let me holla at you, girl.
Right? Okay. Something else that you can use for content marketing is a platform called Metricool. You can use Buffer too. That's another one, but this is basically to track your performance. Metricool is really neat because it does track performance on all of the platforms and your website. So it's like it has this beautiful dashboard where it brings in all of the analytics for
Mhm.
all of those things in one spot. So you don't have to track or look at each individual platform for the analytics. You just log
Right.
into this and it has it all there. So that's pretty cool. I do like it for that. Okay. But like the little tip I put right there at the bottom, you can create a 30-day content calendar in like an hour. And I'm talking content plus visual. Okay. Because I can create a content calendar in like 5 minutes if I want to at this point.
Oh, well,
Okay.
all of us do not have that superpower. So
But
for
you
those of you
will.
who are like me and we are not the 5-minute folk, take advantage of what she's teaching you today, because I'm like, I need something to create a 30-day content plan for me in just an hour.
Yeah,
I
that's
need
it.
that in my life.
Like, why not? And then you program it to go out automatically so that you don't have to sit at your computer and manually send it out.
Yeah.
So you do that, and then there you go. Now you freed up your whole, like, literally hours of your time that week. Okay, because who doesn't spend hours creating content right now? Okay.
Everybody. Like I took a poll yesterday on a training that I was teaching Maribel, and I was like, who in here spends way too much time marketing and creating content? Everybody's hands, like
Yeah.
unanimous. Like we're
They need to
all
be on my
doing it. Stop
trainings.
doing it.
They need to be on our trainings, Cynthia.
Yes, they do. Like they were on one training yesterday. I'm gonna need y'all to switch over and be on the next AI training on number 8 next month.
That's right. That's right. So the goal here, seriously, is like not to create more. It's to create smarter. Okay. Remember,
Mm,
you are you. So what works for you may not work for me. What works for me may not work for you. You got to figure out the system that's going to help you work smarter, not harder. Okay.
yep.
Your messages need to be seen. They deserve to be seen. Okay. And
Yes.
AI is going to help you land without the overwhelm. That's the thing. Okay. We don't want to be overwhelmed business owners. We want to be business owners who, like, it's going to sound funny again, but like sit back, chill, and go, yes, I love being a business owner. Okay.
Yes.
Like, that's
Mm-hmm.
the whole thing. You want to feel like you love doing this because it's literally going to be the rest of your life, right? Like, that's how I envision it. Like, I don't think for myself that I want to be the kind of business owner that's going to scale to the point that I'm going to sell my business. Like, I don't want to be that. I want to be the type of person that I have my business and then I pass it on to the next generation and they continue it, you know?
Yeah.
And everybody's different, so I'm not knocking anybody's, goal here, but I want to be able to love my business like throughout all of its changes and throughout all of its growth and through my
Yeah.
entire journey with it. I don't want to feel overwhelmed, anxious, uneasy, upset, frustrated, none of that.
Yeah.
Okay? So using AI, I promise you, if you guys actually use it, it's going to help you so much. It's going to help you so much. Okay?
Amen.
All right. The next thing, step or strategy 2, I should say, um, sales on autopilot. Okay. If you use AI the right way, okay, it can help you with lead gen, can help you with nurture sequences, and it can actually help you with conversion so that you have a higher rate of closure. Okay. You shouldn't be manually following up with leads anymore. Okay. Or writing every email from scratch. Because if you're doing
Mhm.
that, you're doing too much. Okay. AI can help you build personalized sales journeys for each individual client. Okay.
Yeah.
It can help you nurture your leads, answer objections, and even close deals, all while working on other parts of your business, right? So think about it like cloning your best sales conversions or conversations, excuse me, on demand. Okay. Now, this is not the part where, it requires that personal touch, because I'll tell you right now, the higher your product or service costs, the more conversations you're going to have with the client. Okay.
Mm. Say,
They
say
are
that one more time.
the higher your product or service costs, the
Mm.
more conversations you're going to have with a client.
Catch it.
Okay. You're not going to convert those automatically. It's not going
Mm-mm.
to happen. Okay. Because people need to know that you are invested in them. Okay. They want to
Yeah.
know that you care about them. And if they don't feel that, they're not going to buy from you.
That's what quality is.
Okay. Okay. So this is the basic stuff, right? Like, how many times have you wasted time with
Mm.
somebody who is just curious about what you do or what you sell? I know I have.
That's strong. That's
I know
strong. I
I have.
saw a post this morning from somebody in the Six Secrets Facebook group who said that she was no longer going to be offering like free consults
Mm-hmm.
because she noticed that people who pay show up
Yep.
and people who invest actually care about what's happening. And she
Yep.
felt like the free consults were a complete waste of her time because those people were ghosting and
Yep.
not using the material. So
Yep.
standard, there's a great boundary right there for y'all to follow.
Oh yeah. No, I thought about the same thing, because especially for my higher content, my higher ticket items, those
Oh
are the
yeah.
types of things that you need to be able to pre-qualify those people, right? Um,
100.
and that's something too that AI can do for you. It can pre-qualify your clients. Um, and that's going to save you a ton of time. Okay. Because again, you don't want to waste time on someone who is just there to browse, right? You don't want to waste time on someone's like, maybe, right? You don't want
Yep.
maybe people in your life. You want people who are like, yes, I need you. I need your service. I need your product right now. Like,
Right
you are
now.
the solution to everything that I've been struggling with.
Yes.
Okay. That's the kind of client you want. Okay. So let AI help you kind of sift through all that mess. Let AI help you figure out who those people are so that you can spend your valuable time on them. And
That's
then
right.
and then AI will take the other people who are the maybes and put them in a bucket and nurture them. Okay?
Yes.
Send out content about you, about your business, about your products, put little drips, little, sales promos and things like that in their inbox, shoot them a text or two. Not you. AI is doing this, by the way. So they're doing all this for you over here, right? Nurturing these people. And then, every now and again, people who are in the warm bucket will end up in the hot bucket, because they'll end up going, you know what? I really like that. I think I'm going to go ahead and purchase now, right? Or they come across a time in their life where they really need your service for something, right? It's just the time, okay? People need like 9 touch points with you. I've talked to you guys about that in the past, how a potential client or customer needs 9 touch points with you, your product, or your service before they decide that they're going to buy. If they don't have those touch points, they will not convert. So, do you literally have time to touch somebody 9 times every day? Multiply that by 20 people. Do you have all that time? I know I don't. So that's why we use AI, right? Okay. We let it help us. We let it help us. Okay. So that we can focus on converting the ones that actually will make us some money. Because at the end of the day, what are we in business for? To earn some money. That's me being real. All right. Step 3, strategy 3. Okay. Admin and operational support. Okay. This is the stuff that sucks the joy out of being a business owner. That's just me being honest, because I know for sure what that's like. Okay. Having to be stuck doing all the admin work, filling out the forms, processing payroll, all that stuff, right? So you can use AI for custom GPTs who can become your virtual assistants that are available 24/7. Okay. Now that's that step up, right? In using ChatGPT. You have to know how to program it. You got to program those custom GPTs as your organizational GPTs so that it can become your virtual assistant that's going to help you throughout your business, no matter what, no matter when, right? Then, you can utilize one of them as a bot on your website to be able to answer all the questions that someone might need in order to sign up for a call, right, with you, that kind of thing. Okay. You can use something like Notion that has an AI already, built into it. It automates documentation and SOPs, right? Who
I love
doesn't have?
Notion. I love Notion for my SOPs, for real.
Yes, it's a great platform, right? I've used Notion for a long time now. And building out SOPs is a pain in the rear, okay? As
Oh,
a business owner. It is not fun, okay?
mm.
But when you know how to use the right tools, it'll automatically create it for you. So that all you have to do is kind of quickly proofread it and go, yep, like, nope, delete this piece or whatever, add this back in, and it'll build it out for you like that. It's beautiful. It's
It's
beautiful.
beautiful, and that's how we like to live.
Yes, we do. Okay.
Yes.
So the next thing, Zapier. All right. There's Zapier and there's Make. Those are the two main ones that deal with automations. Okay. These are the things that are going to streamline your life if you learn how to work it the right way. Okay.
Your whole life.
Your life, period.
Your
I don't
life.
care what you're doing. I don't care where you're at. It's going to help you. Look, it can help you with your husband and your wife, whatever, in your dating life. It can help plan an event. It can help schedule an appointment. It can help. I mean, seriously, it can answer an email for you if you want it to. It can help your kids with the homework if you want it to. The list goes on and on when it comes to automations. Okay.
So Sam Altman, the CEO, Maribel, of OpenAI, I was reading an article this morning where he talked about the different uses of it and how the different generations are using AI for different things. And it's like, so Gen Xers and millennials, we're using it. Well, Gen Xers are using it like Google. So they're using it as a search engine. And it's like millennials are using it for relationship basis. And then it's like younger generations like Gen Z and Gen Alpha, they're actually using it for like building businesses and getting new and fresh concepts for how to do things in life and in business in general. So depending on where you are in your life, you may be using open AI and any form of AI for different reasons, but just know that you should be using it. And as a business owner, you should not be leaving it out of the equation. I saw another post on Facebook today where I saw some people, and it scared me because some people were like, I'm not using it. I'm never using AI. I'm never touching it. And I'm like, you're going to be left behind.
Yep.
You are going to be left behind. Okay, I'm done.
Nope, it's all that's so valid though. It's so valid, right? And that's the whole point of this, right? Because like I said, no matter where you're at in life, I don't care where you're at in your business or in your life, I promise you, if you don't learn how to use AI the right way to service you, you are missing out. You are literally missing out. You're making your life harder than what it needs to be.
Tell it. Keywords being the right way, because I saw a comment from somebody that said, I have too many things that I've said to AI that are secretive that I don't want people finding out. Like, don't put your personal information out there like that. Have integrity. Seriously, integrity, morals, values, also great values for any entrepreneur to have. If you're missing those things, you don't need to be doing business because you're not going to treat people right. But that's a different training. So let's get back to AI.
That is so true though, right? I mean, we can literally segue into, or like side note, integrity with AI, right?
Morality is huge these days. It's forgotten.
It is, right? And I'm not telling you guys to use AI to put up this fake persona of yourself, right? I'm not telling you to use AI and create this facade of a business that doesn't speak to you and who you are and the value that you bring. No. We're not doing that. We are using AI to help bring out the essence, like the true essence of who we are as business owners.
Enhancement.
Okay, exactly.
Like
it's there to enhance you. It is there to help you reach levels that you never thought you could reach. Okay, like I have a client, I should say, that I am working on. I'm working with him to build out his systems and his platforms for his business so that he can scale. I'm working with him currently, and he literally told me that when I showed him like the building of a custom GPT and what that does for his organization and how I could literally create employees for him without him having to pay anybody more. He was like, I have been trying to reach this level of my business for years, and you showed me how to do this in a week. It's crazy.
Oh my gosh. I know that was like the best feeling for you ever.
Oh my goodness.
That would have been like, that's so liberating as a business owner. Like when you help someone achieve that, y'all, like, if I don't know if y'all have ever had somebody to tell y'all that, but like That's what you're in business for, to hear that response. That's why we
Exactly.
do what we do, just to hear that.
Yep. And I had someone yesterday tell me that they have been throwing around ideas on how they can help scale their business and how they can help move things forward in their business. And it's like been plaguing them. And after working with me for like a week, they're like so excited about the next phase of their business.
Oh, congratulations to you.
Thank you. Like it's those little things, right, that help.
Yeah.
I don't tell you guys that to like toot my own horn or anything. I tell you guys that because AI really does impact people that way.
That's true.
You know, and I want you to be able to take advantage of it. I want you to be able to be that business owner that sits back and goes, "Oh my gosh, why didn't I do this sooner?" Right? Like I'm finally at a place in my business where I can breathe and I can enjoy and I can do this and I'm scaling and I'm accomplishing all the things that I want to accomplish, right? But you've got to master this. You've got to master this. Okay, this is session 7. I need you guys to master this.
We need you to lock in.
Seriously.
Seriously.
Okay? It's time. Okay? So, let's talk about 43 p.m. Sorry, that was my clock.
Not you having AI in real life interrupting us.
Yes. You see that, right?
I love it. Perfect example. I hope y'all are following.
So let's kind of zoom out, right? And look at
that was good.
Let's look at the full picture here. Okay.
All right.
Content. We want content that creates demand, sales systems that convert, admin support that protects your time. Okay. You don't need a big old team, right? What you need is clarity and the right tools. And this is the blueprint. Okay. That's going to help you build a scalable, sustainable business using AI. Okay. So your content marketing, it fuels your visibility. People need to see you. If they don't see you, they don't know you exist. So they can't buy from you. Make sense? Cool. Right? Yep. That's just basics. And I don't care what platform you're on. The one thing that I will tell you is if you really don't have a strong social media presence, start with one, master that one, get your audience up on that one before you add another. Once you've got that system working the way that you want and you've got the algorithm, set and programmed for you, then you move on to the next platform. You work that platform in conjunction with the first one, okay? And you keep on growing and growing and growing until you have your audience there, okay? It's working for you. You're getting the good feedback and everything. You're converting clients. Then you've mastered that one. Then you add a third one if you want to, okay? Right. Don't go crazy and add every single social media platform possible because you are going to burn out so quick. It's insane. Because
so each don't one do of them, what I did years ago.
Listen, tell them, Cynthia, because I know it was exhausting.
Had no business whatsoever on Snapchat. None. No business on Snap.
Okay. I mean, another thing too is you have to know where your audience lives.
Right.
If your audience is not on one platform, why are you on there? Why are you promoting there? What's the point? There's no point. Right? Figure out where your audience is before you go ahead and put content out. Okay. And then know who your audience is. I'm gonna take it back even further. Know who your audience is. If you really don't know who your audience is, you gotta start there. So, so just make sure you have some of these foundational concepts in place before you go throwing things out there. Okay.
In other words, talk to me before you talk to her.
Please. Please get the foundation right.
We'll get you right.
Yes, we will get you right. Exactly. And then sales systems, when you have the right sales systems, it's going to convert leads. Okay. So you have to have the right system in place for sales, especially. Okay. And you have to know what your goals are, right? So that's another thing. That's a foundational thing. You got to know when you're working with products or services, you have to know how much you want to make, right? Whether it's per month, whether it's per quarter, per year, whatever, right? You have to have your goal. And then you got to be able to kind of roll it back and go, okay, if my goal is say $100,000, okay, how many products or services do I need to sell to get to that? Okay. Mm-hmm. And then if I'm not making that goal at this point, what can I change in order to make up for that loss so that I can still make that goal by the end of the year? And that's something else that ChatGPT can help you with, which is really cool. So I've done this where it's like, it lays out a plan for me, right? And I follow this plan. And maybe I was like, I don't know, I think it's like $5,000 short or something like that. And I was like, all right, chat. I was like, I did this for 3 months. I ended up being like $5,000 short. How can I make that up for the rest of the year? What can I do? What do I have to change in my plan to make that happen, right? And it gave me all these ideas. And it was like, all right, so what you're going to do now is go and do right? And it just literally laid out based on the whole plan that I had already created for the year, it was like, now what you got to do is, add this additional product here, tweak this here, and boom, you'll make up your $5,000 in like 2 weeks.
Let me tell you something. I need y'all to learn how to be prompt queens and prompt kings. And I'm saying prompt, PROMPT.
Yep.
Learn how to enter the right prompts in ChatGPT and in AI that you're using. Like, it determines everything. It determines your outcomes. Geico, garbage in, garbage out. So learn how to write amazing prompts, but you got to base them, like she was saying, on your identity. You can't be fake with it, and it will give you answers that will produce.
Yes, definitely. Definitely. And if you're using ChatGPT and you haven't gone into the system settings of ChatGPT and told it about who you are and how you want it to output all of its responses, you need to do that. It's literally in the settings. So in the top right corner, when you click on the little icon and it opens up the menu, right? And you go to the settings part of it where you can like enter your website, you can enter like your social media icons and things like that. There's a part where it asks you like how you want it to respond or something like that. Fill in the information, right? Fill in some information about your business, about your persona, about who you are, about your voice, your tone, things like that. So that way, anything that spits back out at you, it reflects you. Okay.
Thank you for putting that in layman's terms for us today, Maribel, because I think a lot of times people, when they hear us say terms like training AI, they don't understand that we literally mean programming. So when you're talking about training your AI, it starts with that. It's going into the literal settings and inputting the accurate information so it can read who you are, learn who you are, and have adaptive learning to what you're teaching it over and over and over again.
Yes. And then side note, ChatGPT now houses memory. So this is a recent development. This is a recent development in chat that it actually holds on to your conversation. So it knows historically what you've talked about, what you've discussed. So it can base future responses off of past conversations.
That is so strong.
Yeah.
That's so strong because Maribel and I were having a discussion before this live started, and I was reading her a prompt that I put into my ChatGPT has given me a nickname. Like, I haven't even named it, and it calls me a nickname. I don't know if it's picking it up from other sources online or where, but my ChatGPT literally just calls me C at this point. So we're having whole conversations. I'm like, it has named me. Oh my God.
Yep. I mean, it calls me Jefa, which is which is Spanish. It's Spanish for boss. It's JEFA.
Wait, then I will gladly let people call me Helper from now on. So see, my grandmother knew what she was saying when she was talking to me while they were raising me, y'all. I've been a helper all this time and didn't even know it.
Yeah, it's Spanish for boss. JEFA. So
if you see me and I call you Helper, just know that that's what we mean.
That's what we mean.
Look, we're gonna put that on a shirt.
Yes. Let's do it. Oh God. Oh goodness. Okay, so back to the presentation. No, I'm just playing. Guys, listen, we love having fun here. It is what it is. We have a great time when we give these. We want you guys to enjoy the time with us, okay?
Oh, yeah, 100%.
So that's that. So the other part, the last piece here is the admin automation. So remember, this is the part that helps you protect your time because we spend way too much time. We waste too much time on the admin part of being a business owner. So you got to learn how to like free up about 90% of that using AI, okay? And if you need the ideas, hit me up. I got you, okay?
I will hit you up then because you're challenging me now.
Yeah, I am because we can do it, okay? So remember, start small. I tell you guys that every training, start small, okay? Stack your wins, okay? You don't need everything perfect. Just begin with one change, one shift, one little thing that's going to get you, okay, to where you want to be, all right? So 30-day action plan. This is something now that I am challenging you to take action, okay? I've given you the strategies, okay? Simple strategies, 3 of them, okay? Now it's your turn to do the work, okay? Week 1, you need to audit your time and your tasks. You need to figure out where your time is going, okay? What's sucking it away from you, okay? Those time suckers are like what I like to call them. So what is doing that in your business? What's sucking away your time? What is draining all your energy? Okay, think about that, write them down. Okay, week 2, I want you to set up an AI content workflow. Okay, it's a system, it's a simple AI content system. Okay, how are you going to craft your content? How are you going to be able to schedule your content and let it go? Okay, that's week 2. Week 3, I want you to work on building an automated sales funnel, just one. Okay. And it's to help with follow up after your calls. Okay. Because that's really where a lot of it falls to the wayside. Okay. People give up too easily when they're selling to somebody. When you're selling to somebody and they tell you no, or I'm not interested, or I have to talk to a spouse, or I have to look at my budget, or whatever, right? It can be a bit disheartening, but understand that the fortune is in the follow up. So when you follow up with the client after that, right, and you start giving them some content, some value, right? You start like teasing them with, hey, but look what I can do for you. Hey, look at this thing over here and how much easier it can make your life. Look at the value that this product has for you in your home or in your business or whatever, right? And they start seeing that over and over and over again. Believe it or not.
That's your carrot.
Hello. It will convert that client eventually, okay? But it can be done automatically, so you don't have to do it. So that's this, okay? And then the fourth week, I want you to launch an AI assistant task, okay? So I need you to learn to delegate at least one admin task to AI, okay? At least one. Okay, if you get to week 4 and you're ready to delegate like 5 or 6, then I will clap you and snap you out because that's amazing. But at least one, right? I'm telling you to start small, so that's why I'm only asking for that, okay? Don't try to do it all. Start where you are. Take one aligned action, one at a time, okay? If you have questions about this, if you have concerns about this, if you need some support on how to do it, you know how to reach me. You know how to reach me, okay? But this is my challenge to you. 30 days, you should have all of these in place. You should have it in place. And it should be rocking and rolling for you. Okay? Okay.
Y'all got some homework.
You got homework. Okay? Now, next steps. Okay. At the beginning of this call, Cynthia talked about the AI strategy kit. Okay? Now, I was planning on giving you something like I have been in the past 7 weeks, 7 months.
Yes.
7 months.
7 months.
For free. And I will probably still do it. I probably still give you something, right? A resource of some kind for you guys, because that's just my heart. I'm a servant at heart. So I want to help you. Okay. But I have a whole kit that I want to give. Okay. That I want to provide to you that is going to help you fully understand how to implement all of this in your business. I'm going to post it in the group. Okay. It is not free, but it is not expensive either. So I want you to look it through. I want you to take a look at it. I want you to see the value. I want you to ask questions. Okay. I want you to understand that the amount of time and money that I have put into learning all the things that I know about AI is so that you don't have to. Okay. I invest in me so that you don't have to waste. I shouldn't say waste, but invest those dollars and time in yourself. Okay. I am like your cheat code for AI.
Exactly.
Because you can come to me and go, hey, Maribel, I need a tool that can do this. What you got? And I can tell you which AI tool will do whatever task that you need done. Okay. And you don't have to spend hours researching that or testing it out or spend money with the trials and the trainings of those tools, because you can ask me, hey, how do these work? Right? So I am your cheat code. So I suggest that you utilize the resource that you have in this group to help you grow beyond where you're currently at. Okay. Inside of this toolkit, though, you're going to find tool recommendations. You're going to find prompt libraries. You're going to find an action planner, a 30-day checklist, video demos, and so much more. So that's something that I want to provide to this group, and you are the first people that I'm giving it to. No one else has access to this offer at this point. Eventually, yes, they will. But right now, it's for the group. So I want to bring it to you guys first. I am hoping that you will utilize it, take advantage of it, and tell me how it goes for you. Okay.
You're going to want to get it at the introductory price that she's offering. Let me tell you that. It may not stay this price. It is really valuable. Yeah. So get it while it's being offered the first time. Every opportunity does not happen twice.
That is very true. That is very, very true. Yes. And then something else that I would love for you guys to do, join the Automation Lab for Entrepreneurs. It's my Facebook group. I put some valuable
Yeah.
content in there. I put prompts in there. We add articles there to things that are going on in the world, just so that you can kind of see what's happening, and keep abreast of the new things that are occurring with AI. One of the things that I put out there recently was Notebook LM is coming up with their app. So it's going to be a mobile version. And that I will probably do a whole other training on Notebook LM, because that thing, I tell you what, that is amazing. Okay. I can't say enough about that particular AI. So I'm going to tease y'all with that one, that I'm going to do a whole separate training on Notebook LM. Just so that you have it. And then, yeah. And then if you want, book a strategy call with me, pick my brain. That's what I'm here for, right? To help you out, let you know, hey, yep, that sounds great, or that's going to work for you, or that's not going to work for you. Answer any questions you have, and things along those lines. So listen, at the end of the day, these are your 3 points. Okay. Final thoughts here. AI support, it can be your 24/7 assistant. It's always there for you. Okay. Use it as that. Okay. It's, you can at least 3x your productivity, at least, if not more. Okay. There's so much potential and growth that can happen when you use AI systems. Okay. But remember, start with one thing. Okay. Just one system can transform your business. Just one. Okay. And always, seriously, right? You don't have to do this alone. Okay. You don't have to do this alone. I want to be here to support you, right? I'm inside the 6 Secrets group. Okay. I have other groups that I'm involved in. You guys have my contact information. Okay. Remember, do less to scale more, but you have to have the right systems. And with that, it was great serving you guys today.
Oh my goodness. And we're ending like right at 1:00. So not only is she the best at what she does, but she also respects your time. So you guys, I will end with saying a huge thank you again to Maribel for always, always, always being so giving and so serving to my online communities. And I say that personally. You're definitely like a sister to me at this point. And we haven't even met in person. We've only ever met virtually. And it's crazy because I feel like we've actually been in the same rooms before, same virtual rooms. So that still counts. Yeah. But thank you, Maribel, for all that you are giving to my online community, to your online community, and to others who are chiming in, because we see the views and I see the numbers actually increasing, going up. So we really appreciate all of our viewers, everybody taking the time to stop and learn and glean, because really your success, that's our bragging rights. So the things that she's teaching you and what she was saying earlier about that feedback that she got, that was so heartwarming, like that's what we're doing this for. So we do plan to make money in the process. I won't say we're not in this thing to get rich, wealth, that sort of wealth is not the focus. There's a different type of wealth that Maribel and myself are pursuing. And I feel safe in speaking that for her, because I know the type of woman she is and what caliber of woman, which is absolutely amazing. But you guys, if you heard me introduce it at the beginning of the live today, and she told you again at the end of it about the AI strategy kit, you do not want to miss that. Please, please, please invest in that and go ahead and start building on that for your journey. Maribel, how soon do you think that will be available? Maybe on your website, or you'll be posting in the group, just so you guys
I will be posting it in the group by probably Sunday evening.
Oh, so end of this week, y'all take a look at it. End of this week, first of next week, be the first ones to jump on it. Because like I said, she's giving you exclusive access to it. If you have not joined the 6 Secrets group or the Automation Lab group, you need to be in both of those, because we are teaching you those concepts, the fundamentals and the automation to go along with it, to help make your life even better and to help improve your revenue generation, your time management in your business. So we're going to say bye and we're going to sign off, and we'll see you in your investing of the AI strategy kit, and when you're scheduling consults with Maribel to follow up so you can make this thing real. So we're in number 7. Next training will be number 8 next month. Join us in June for the next Automation Accelerator training, where we'll have more great stuff for you. Right, sis?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. You guys have a good one. We'll see you later.
Bye.